Hi there! Welcome back to another video on my channel. It has been a whole month. If you can tell by my hair growth, it's been like a whole month. Like, look, I'm like shoulder length now. Oh my goodness. So you know how your phone updates you with like, oh, this is what you were doing this time last year. Well, apparently I bet today, like as I'm recording this, last year I buzzed my head again for like the second time in my life. So it's funny to think that all this was just like 1 year's worth of hair growth. That's crazy to me. And like I didn't even really just decide to grow my hair out to like about the summertime of 2022. So yeah, this is crazy hair growth, girl. Look at all this length. Look at these inches. These shoulder length inches. Oh my gosh. Anyway, sidetracked. That's not what we're talking about today. Today, I thought I would share a book announcement because it's been a while since I've had an announcement for you guys. And just kind of like go over like my New Year's goals for 2023, even though it's like halfway through the month of January. Oopsies. So yeah, if you're interested in all that, keep watching. So yeah, first things first. I think this is the most important part. I mean, New Year's resolutions are important too, I guess, but this is the most important part of the video. So if you're going to click off at any time, just do it after this, please. Okay, thank you. So as you all know, or if you don't know, hi, you're just finding out, my name is Cassie Van Goodney, and I am a author, and I've been writing since the start of the pandemic. I mean, I've been writing when I was younger, but, you know, started doing like big girl work and big girl jobs, and then in 2020 when the pandemic hit, I returned to my love of writing, and that's what I've been doing since then. I have an exciting thing to tell you guys. So one of my short stories, Homecoming, was actually accepted into a anthology collection called Horoscope, and it is, I'm going to put a picture here through the power of editing. But it's going to be called Horoscope. It's edited by someone called H. Everend. We follow each other on Instagram. They're a great person and super supportive of a bunch of different indie authors. But anyway, so they put together this anthology of scary stories or horror stories or dark fantasy stories that are all centered around the theme of zodiac signs. And I wrote one for my sign, Cancer, and it's officially going to be, you can pre-order it now on Amazon, and I'll put the link to that in the bio of this video and in the comments. And if you follow me on Instagram at Writing with Cass, you would have seen this already. But yeah, so that is coming out soon on February 20th. You can pre-order it now if you'd like, but it features myself and like 30 something odd other indie writers who are just like small time folks trying to make it big, all within the same genre. So it would mean a lot to me if you guys check that out and decided to support it. And because you're not only supporting me, you're supporting other people within my network. And again, these are people who don't have the backing of like big traditional publishers or anything like that. So if you really want to support the arts and independent artists, this would be a great pick for you guys. Also, if you're just into astrology, like maybe you might be able to relate to some of the things in here. If you are very passionate about like your sign or your sun sign or whatever. I'm a big astrology girly myself. I have my whole chart memorized and my husband's chart memorized, and like everybody basically who's like a key factor in my chart in my life, I got their charts memorized. So yeah, if you're like that, hopefully you'd enjoy that too. I don't think everybody wrote about their own personal sign, but a lot of us did. So I hope you enjoy all of that. Other than that, I thought I would just share some like upcoming goals or upcoming writing goals with you guys. I actually like made a list. Isn't that cute? Okay, yeah, so that's a thumbnail. That's a thumbnail picture. So yeah, I made a list. Don't mind what's on the back. These are my goals for this 2023 year. Some of them are related to writing, and some of them are related to just life. Like the first one is learning sign language. I really want to learn sign language. I think it would be just like an important skill to have. And I'm just kind of like fascinated by that. Like if you know me, I'm already bilingual. I learned Portuguese to be able to speak with my Brazilian in-laws and everything like that. I have a decent knowledge of Spanish, although I would say that Portuguese kind of just dominated that whole experience for me, and just kind of like, if I think in Spanish, I think in Portuguese. You know, it's hard for me to dissect the two. and then Portuguese ends up being what I respond. So I wanted to learn a completely different language to break my brain from that, and like the most different language I could really think of would be sign language. Like I thought about German or Polish, but I think that'd be a little like, I don't know, not that saying that one's harder than the other. I just feel more strongly gravitated towards sign language and learning to do stuff with my hands. And you know, not saying this is going to happen, but if I have kids one day, a lot of people teach their babies sign language to communicate them before they can verbally speak, and that's something I would be interested in doing too. So yeah, I want to learn sign language. So if there's any people who know sign language out there, hit me up. The second goal I have is to release my short story collection. So that has been something I've been working on. I think I started in the fall of this year, and it was supposed to be out during the winter time, but if you know me, I'm not very good at sticking to deadlines. So that is almost done. I promise. I just have to muscle through the end and connect some dots to make things make sense. And I'm really, really excited for the short story collection. I'm not sure if I shared this on this YouTube channel or not. I haven't posted. I don't post very frequently on here, which is a real shame. But that's going to be listed through Amazon, through KDP Publishing, and that is going to be my first debut work as an independent author. And it's short stories, kind of spooky stuff, all revolving around the early 2000s and the tech, and the idea of really technology and the real world blending together for the first time through very whimsical ways. So it's not supposed to be like a big social commentary or anything like that. This is supposed to be more like fun. The way I envision this collection to be is kind of like the Twilight Zone meets like the Twilight Zone meets like vaporwave aesthetic. And yeah, so you know, the Twilight Zone was between time and space, and my thing is going to be between the digital world and the physical plane that we reside on. So yeah, excited for that. And if that sounds exciting to you, follow me on Instagram for more updates. I want to get that out soon. With Horoscope publishing on February 20th, I don't necessarily want anything to compete with that, so I will keep you guys updated on here, either with a video post or like with my normal community post about when those days are going to be. And then, okay, my third goal is to put Cursed Fate on Amazon. So I'm sure you guys know about Cursed Fate. It's not really listed right now. I have, in case you're interested, I still have about 20 or so copies in my office. I'm like looking at them right now. 20 or so physical copies left of Cursed Fate from the first edition that has this cover art on it. If you are interested in that, please just send me a DM on Instagram or comment on this post or whatever so I can get in touch with you. And I'd be willing to mail you out a signed copy with like stickers and stuff. And it's like a first come first served basis in case you're interested in a copy that looks like that, because I am going to I'm going to re-go through the story, edit it up a little bit to be more of my liking, and then list it on Amazon with new cover art and stuff, which is again more authentically me. I left my publisher in November, so I've been kind of scrambling to try to get things back to me and having full creative control and being able to relist it. So that's been a bunch of behind the scenes stuff, but I do have all that. It's just a matter of re-editing it and then commissioning somebody else for the cover art. I have somebody in mind for cover art, but if you guys know anybody or you yourselves are interested in cover art, just like leave a comment down below and like reach out to me and we can talk. Fourth goal, in the same lifeblood as that, is putting Cursed Descent on Amazon. So that is the sequel that I've written for Cursed Fate. It is completely written. I went through one round of editing. I'm having some other people look it over. And then I'm going to edit it myself again to make sure everything's the way I want it to be and good. And then the same idea is that I'm going to have to commission somebody else for art for that book. And then I want to list it, if not at the same time, around the same time as I put Cursed Fate back up on the market. Just so they can be sold together as a set if somebody wants to have it as a set. Or if they just want the independent thing, they can. But it can be listed as a series on Amazon. So that's what I plan on doing. So these other ones are kind of like more for me, or just like me as a person. 5 is work out more for mental health. I'm no stranger to sharing my mental health highs and lows on this channel, and I would like to exercise more regularly to get all of that kind of more balanced, so that I'm not going through these cycles that make my life harder than they need to be. That's it. I'm not really interested in losing weight or anything like that. In fact, with certain health conditions I have, I don't think that's a realistic goal for myself. But I would like to work out more just to get my body moving and to help navigate this headspace in my noggin. Number 6 is making more YouTube videos. Obviously, I think I've been neglecting this channel a little bit, even though we've been getting a decent amount of new subscribers. Hey guys, love you. Thank you so much for subscribing and being interested in what I have to say. I really appreciate that. So I would like to be more present on here. I would like to be more interactive like I used to be. I used to make videos weekly, and now it's not so much that. But you let me know down below what kind of content you'd like to see from me. If y'all have any ideas about what you'd want for me specifically, if you're interested in the writing content, or if you're interested in like more of the makeup and beauty content that I used to do, or if you're more interested in like my opinions on like nerdy stuff like Pokemon, or even this last Pokemon that came out, the Pokemon game that just came out, Pokemon Scarlet. I got Pokemon Scarlet, but it's Pokemon Scarlet Violet. I have a lot of opinions. So if you want those opinions, just, let me know. I'm here for you guys. Number 7, kind of work, kind of personal, I guess. I would like to grow my Instagram presence as well and use that as a way to market my books and hopefully get more sales. Instagram's been a great platform for me in terms of finding new readers or finding opportunities and networking with other writers. So much so that I never thought it would be. I started my writing account separate from my personal one just because I didn't want to bombard people with writing content. I just didn't necessarily want to see it, like, friends or colleagues or whatever. But literally, it's been the most supportive community ever, and it's, like, much more effective than LinkedIn ever could be. Oops, shade. But yeah, so I would like to grow my presence on Instagram a little bit just so I can, make more sales, because ultimately, like, I would like to make money off of my art. That would be great. And then 8, which is really exciting, is finding a place in Chicago. I don't think I've talked about this yet on this channel. I don't think I've necessarily said anything on social media yet. I've said stuff to people in private, but Douglas and I will be moving to Chicago. We will no longer be in Boston, and ideally we would be moving in either May or June. But that isn't really set in stone yet. It's more up to us, since it's like a personal move and not really like a work-related move, although Douglas will be transferring to a new office, even though he's still with his same company. So that's really exciting. We're going to be moving, and we are going to be closer to family, which is, a good thing, especially like getting older and stuff. It's good to be around family and to have more memories with them, So yeah, I'm very excited about this move. I have no idea where to live in Chicago or what the apartment scene is there. So wish me luck. If you guys want to see more moving content too, you can also let me know down below. Number 9 is to create more visual art, like paintings, drawings, etc. I've been missing out on that. It was a big hobby of mine to do visual art, and I used to do it, and I have some of my artwork up here that you can kind of see poking out over there, but I haven't done anything in a very long time. So I got a bunch of coloring books to just do normal coloring, just to kind of get in the headspace of art. But I have blank canvases here and a bunch of art supplies, so maybe I can turn those coloring book pictures into a collage painting sort of piece just for funsies. I don't know, but that's my goal, is to make more art. And my last goal for 2023 is to just have fun. That's it. I feel like that's simplistic in writing, but in nature a little bit harder to do. I think that I am someone who stresses out over little things, unfortunately, and I would just like to remind myself to just enjoy the process and have more fun, and not necessarily freak out if I'm not doing things at a certain time or pace, and to just I don't know, stop and smell the roses a little bit. So yeah, that's what I'm reminding myself to do for 2023. So those are all my goals, and that was my announcement I wanted to give to you guys. So yeah, I guess that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like this, go ahead and like the video, comment down below. share with a friend, or subscribe to this channel. All of which would really, really help me out. I really appreciate it. And until next time, thanks. Bye.